All right, so I'm getting ready to do it's about 5 mile hike-in trip this weekend with a couple of the guys from the Florida Bushcraft group. So I figured we could jump into my new canvasy, more like traditional pack setup and see what I've got stored away for this trip. So I'll get it all opened up and get a peek inside. First things first, I've got my trusty smaller axe, little hatchet, just something I found at a hardware antique store. I believe I paid about $9 for it, and made a sheath. Super easy. Just needed a little bit of sharpening and it was good to go. So I'll be using a Plash Palatka, which is a Soviet Russian, basically just a giant canvas tarp. It comes out to about 71 inches by 71 inches and is pretty sweet once you get it waterproofed. So I used Nick wax. You can also use beeswax, paraffin, things like that, and wax the canvas. I've just got a wool blanket in here and that's all rolled up. I'll post some pictures of what kind of shelters you can make with this. But they weigh about 2 pounds each, roughly, and I believe the wool blanket's about 2 pounds. This is just a little satchel that I made out of leather that carries my food for one day. So I just got eating utensils, some onions, and then a little bit of thread. I've got some sewing to repair on one of the Plash Palatkas. I've got breakfast parceled up, a snack for the hike, and some hot sauce, and then some other small things, garlic, salt, and pepper, and the trusty oatmeal walnut so far, one of my favorites. So that'll just be on my side, and then once I get to camp and get established, that can become my day pack, going out and foraging. It'll fit my pack saw and all sorts of little things like that. These guys are great, little schmog. Use it to lay things out, sit on it, wipe things up, make a little pillow out of it. I pretty much think they're indispensable. You can use it to pre-filter your water before you filter it to get some of the bigger particulates out. They're pretty cheap. They're on Amazon, of course. So this is a Veshmeshok. Obviously, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but if you pack it with your spine in mind, you can get a pretty agreeable setup with it. The top doesn't have a particular seal. You just got this guy here, and you pull this through, punch up your top, and tighten it up, which is different. It's interesting. I don't know the exact era. I think they may be from the 40s. Not too sure. I just got some tent stakes and drawstring. I cheat a little bit. I do have a slight tiny air mattress pillow packed up against my spine. These are great. They squeeze down really small. I'm out there to be comfortable. I'm not out there to torture myself. This is a little USB light that I got. We're gonna have about 15 to 20 guys out there, so it'll be nice to have a nice communal lantern light that we can all enjoy some time together under, besides romantic firelight. I sewed a little canvas bag. This holds all of my food for the entire 3-day stay. I've just got some of the easy classics, cheddar broccoli, Nor sides, my oatmeal and tea, and a little coffee packet in there for breakfast in the morning, and some Cliff Bars, the Star-Kissed Tuna Creations, got a bunch of different flavors of those, and a couple other rehydratable meals, little beef jerky sticks, just some comfort food, things like that. And then this can easily be hung from the tree. I double hemmed everything and put a little drawstring in there. So that'll be nice to have. Also another little bag in case I need it when I get out there. Getting into, what's this gonna be? This is all of my cordage. So I've got some bank line. This is supposedly like 90-pound test. I don't believe it, but it is still extremely strong, and it won't rot out. I've got some extra stakes in here, just 550 paracord. Things for ridge lines, things like that. I like these little packs. I'll probably end up sewing some custom ones when I get some time, but this trip was a little rushed, so I grabbed some Molly packs. This is some toiletries, stuff for doing dishes, brushing my teeth, medicine, things like that, boo-boo tape, band-aids. And I plan on making some rudimentary furniture while I'm out there to leave out there. So this is a Scotch-eye auger. Once you get out on location, you find a nice size stick. You can make a turning handle in a T position through there, and it allows you to drill a 1-inch hole in pretty much anything. And then I just made a sheath for this out of leather because it's quite sharp and it would probably rip through just about any bag on a hike. But a great little item. You could build pretty much anything with that. So this is my water kit. This has, oh man overboard, some CNOC bags. I just said fuck it, went with the 3 liters. This slides open, folds over, that gives us our water seal, and allows you to scoop water. With the standard water filter bags that come with your Sawyer, you always have to bring a secondary vessel and pour water into them to get them filled all the way. CNOC kind of found a way around that. I guess they're just called knock bags. Make fun of me in the comments below. But they're great. I use this orange one for my unfiltered water so that I know that it is quote unquote contaminated. And then I have an identical blue bag that I hang on the bottom. And I string my Sawyer squeeze in line with some tubing and adapters and a little pinch. In between, you hang it off a tree, whatever. You can go on about your mission, whatever you're working on, and when you come back, you'll have nice sanitized water that you can drink. I think this is definitely something that everybody should have along with them. Saves you from carrying out about 3 gallons of water that you would normally need on a trip about that long. Let's see what else is in my magical bag of tricks here. And I really do like this bag. I mean, it's extremely well stitched. They reinforced things with small bits of leather where you're gonna have a lot of force on it, so it's not just gonna tear out from the canvas. I mean, it was well done. I don't exactly know what the error was, but a headlamp. I love this one because it has a hands-free mode where you can bring it on and off, and a couple different intensity options. Rechargeable, 20 bucks. I can charge it with my solar panel, be done. Extra pair of socks, extra pair of skivvies. And since we'll be out there with a lot of people, I went to bring a larger panel. This will help recharge everybody's equipment, things like that. It's got 2 USB plugs and a built-in little 1000 milliamp hour battery. Acts as a little buffer so that you're not wasting sun time. When this is sitting out, it's actually charging itself. So it's got a little bit of a bank in its own, which is cool. These are great. They went up on Amazon for about a month and completely sold out. Comes in a nice little wax canvas case, 2 grill grates. The ones I was using before were about the exact size of a New York strip, and I found them just a little undersized. This came with a pack of 2. I usually don't bring 2 out with me, but I just chucked it in there. But they're super helpful. You can keep them in between a set of logs, build your fire in the front. I love cooking with those. You can grill up vegetables, you can grill up any sort of proteins like that. Super, super handy. Looks like we're out of stuff in the main compartment. We've just got this small outer section where I've got my battery bank for charging my lights, my phone, things like that. I run my own business, so I do need to be in touch with clients when I'm out, so it is important to me. I know some people like to disconnect when they're out there, and this also, I like to find things that have multiple uses. This has a light built in as well, and a very small solar panel. This would only be for an emergency. And I made a little leather case for it because I like leather. It just makes it look nicer and fit in with the aesthetic. This little pen light, stream light, it's rechargeable, super bright. I love it. It's nice to have a backup. I know that's 3 lights now that I've got, but, and Bic lighter. It's easy. It's great. It's gonna always work. And the lid for my cooking cup I just needed to pack this in there. I didn't have it in the bottom yet. But this is a little DZO stainless steel cup. I really, really like it. Some of the ones that you'll get at Walmart or things like that have spot welds on them. This has almost double the amount of spot welds that the ones at Walmart and other places I've seen has. And the lid is great too. It's got the strainer spots. I'm just really happy with it. It's been forgotten in fires and things like that, and it's held up really well. And because, again, the sheer amount of people that we're gonna have out, it's nice to just have hot water sitting, resting by the fire. So I'll bring my kettle with me. This is just a GSI stainless steel kettle. Not the lightest titanium version, but it's perfect, and it'll keep us all in coffee in the morning, which is important. But all in all, I'm really happy with this pack, and I'm excited to get out there and do some more traditional camping. You know, it's fun to be in a hammock, it's fun to be in some of these ultralight tents and things, but when you work for it, I feel like it's a lot more rewarding. But now I gotta pack all this back up, so I guess I'll see you guys out on the trail.